Do you promise to play nice? Well, then I don't promise. So, I hate you. I hate you. And everything you're standing for, you pixie. Anyway.
It's me, it's SP3. This is Sportskeeda Wrestling YouTube channel. We're in Brooklyn for Survivor Series 2021 weekend, and I am here. I have been granted an audience with the Queen Zelina Vega. How does it feel not only being in New York City for Survivor Series, but it's your hometown and you're back as the Queen? How does it feel?
It feels crazy to even hear you say that, actually. It's exciting. I have so many different emotions going on at once because I get to go home and see my family, and then I get to go and win on Survivor Series Day. It's going to be great. So I'm excited, though. It's a cool way to mix things up, too, because I've always liked the Battle of the Brands kind of thing. So it'll be fun. I'm excited.
So your first big time on one of the 5-on-5 elimination teams. Who is it on the SmackDown side do you feel is the biggest challenge for you come Sunday?
Who's on it again?
Sasha Banks, Toni Storm, Shotzi, Natalya, and Shayna Baszler.
Woo! Yeah, I don't see any of them as competition, to be honest with you. But I think my biggest competition is making sure that my team stays on the same page. That is where we need to kind of coexist. So, yeah.
So how do you think this win of the Queen of the Ring is going to propel you in your career? Do you see, what's your next goals? SmackDown, our Raw Women's Championship, the Women's Royal Rumble is right around the corner. What's the next goal for Queen Zelina?
Well, first, I'm not done sticking it in everybody's face. So every day I'm going to be tweeting about how awesome it is to be Queen and then throwing it in people's faces and, the other girls' faces. And it's a lot of fun. So we're going to start there. And then definitely, again, making history is a big thing for me. First ever Queen. Don't know if you knew that or not. First ever official. But I want to be another history maker. I want to be the first ever Queen that's also the Raw Women's Champion, because there's never been one of those before. And it would be great if I can be the Queen that's also the Raw Women's Champion that's also the Tag Team Champion. To have all of them at once, then I can say I topped everybody.
Queen Zelina all belts. That sounds good to me.
Ooh, I like that. Can you give me ideas? Put it out.
I haven't even told you my best idea, because we're back in New York. You are from Queens. We need to talk to WWE Legal. You need to talk to Creative, all of them. The Queen of Queens.
I would love that. However, we might have a little trouble pulling that away from Trish. Maybe a little problem pulling that away from Stephanie.
Are they from Queens?
No, they're not from Queens. So, I would love it. But, I'm just going to have to be like, all right, Trish, let's go, bro. Here we go. Let's do this. Queen of Queens. Here we go. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a little bit of a fight, but I would love that.
I like it a lot. But, being back in New York, being back in Queens, how has Queens been treating royalty? Because the last time they got any royalty was Prince Hakeem all those years ago. So how has Queens been treating their queen?
I actually get to walk the streets of Queens right after this. So as of right now, it's been going great. I prefer that when I walk anywhere that there'd be rose petals kind of following, but I haven't seen any. So we need to get on that. Everything else has been fine, but I am missing that. So I need to talk to my king over there, and then we can talk about how we're going to get rose petals thrown every time we walk. Yeah.
That sounds like a plan to me. But we're here for Survivor Series. All these years at Survivor Series, multiple different events in New York as well. But most of all, I was there 1996 for The Rock's debut. I know how much of a fan of The Rock you are. What is your greatest Rock memory in WWE?
Oh, there's just so many. Oh, my God. Hollywood Rock was my favorite, though. So I know you remember the promo where he's in the ring and he's in Toronto. You know what I'm talking about. Yay, hooray. Toronto, that's where we live. That's my favorite. Him doing that, and then with him and Hurricane. Those backstages were absolutely incredible. Actually, me and Shane just kind of recreated something like that, so it's on Twitter if you check it out. But that's by far my favorite.
And when I say Mr. or Mrs. Survivor Series, who comes to mind? Is it The Rock because he debuted there 25 years ago? Is it The Undertaker with his rich history there? I've had, today your king said Roman Reigns because he's kind of the modern era Mr. Survivor Series. But who to you embodies Mr. or Mrs. Survivor Series?
Wow, that's a tough question. I'm trying not to be biased. I'm trying not to say The Rock, but like with such a big thing as debuting there, it's like it's kind of hard not for that. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of hard for it not to be. And he's like one of my favorites, and then Taker's. I mean, I get his point about Roman. I think I'm still gonna say The Rock though. Yeah, still gonna say him.
We went around to not be biased, and then we went right back.
I know. I tried. I can't. It's hard not to be. But it's like. He's The Rock,
This is true.
I mean, honestly, you can say that about Survivor Series. You can say that about pretty much anything when it comes to him. So, yeah, the whole SmackDown, actually. So,
how are you going to make your claim to be Mrs. Survivor Series, though? Because we're in your hometown. You're on Team Raw. You just won the Queen's Crown tournament. You have a big position on Team Raw. How are you going to make your claim to be Mrs. Survivor Series?
Well, first, I should be, the winner. I think it should start there. Yeah. And then I should just keep winning them. Same with the crown. I should just continue winning the crown forever, and then it's just mine. And then until I retire, I guess. But I think it starts there. I need to win. It's funny. I thought about this on a real note. I thought about how am I going to go about this with 3 other people I don't really care for, and Liv, Bianca, and the other one. Rhea, that's her name, yeah. In trying to make sure that we're all a cohesive unit, but also making sure that I'm the one that stands out the most. I mean, I am queen, so making sure that I help them when they need it, but making sure they put me as the priority. Keep me on a pedestal because I'm the most important. So, I mean, I know that they're one of a champion and one was a champion and then whatever, but I'm queen now. So that's what's important. I need to be the one that's elevated to the top and made a priority. So
I can see your point there. One of the better things that I always notice about you is you have impeccable gear. So do we have something special planned? Being in your hometown, New York, being at Survivor Series, your big opportunity, do you have any special things in plan for your gear?
I do. But there's two in one, basically. And I'm going to say it here, and I'm going to see who picks it up. Because what ends up happening is if I tell one person, it gets around, So I feel like I want to start it here and see if it gets where it gets to. But it's a combination between the Mets and Naruto combined. So you got the orange, you get the blue, but then you also get hints of Naruto Sage Mode in the red. So there's a bunch of flows there, but you'll get to see them both. If you're a Naruto fan, you go, oh, okay, that's Naruto Sage Mode. And then if you see, you're like, oh, yeah, that's like the New York colors. You get orange and blue. So, yeah.
I like it. I'm interested.
Here it goes, because I'm interested. I'm going to see, oh, I saw when the shoe said that. Let's see. And let's see who gets it, because that's also part of it, is making sure people get it. So
make sure you tag her on social media if you do get it so she knows. But speaking of gear, you put out on social media you had special gear planned the last time WWE was in New York during the anniversary of 9/11. Do you feel like being on the Survivor Series card is kind of like a redemption, a redeeming for you?
I mean, I never really thought about that, to be honest. The reason why the last one was such an important piece of my gear, nobody really knows the truth, because some people are like, oh, but that's Itachi. Like, what does that have to do with her dad? So that's for me. But for this one, I didn't really think of it as a redeeming thing. But I do know that I have the New York colors in me, so it's representing in that way. But it's also, I feel that I'm such a representation for anime fans, for, gamer girls or whatever. And I feel like I need to also keep that a part of me, whether I'm queen or not. And people who see me go, oh my God, she knows Naruto, she knows this, or you know, she likes One Piece or whatever, Demon Slayer, whatever. And it's cool that, you know, for me, I never really had, until AJ, nobody was really doing that, you know? So when you see someone else that's into that, like even today I landed and at JFK and someone came up to me because I had my Akatsuki jacket on and they were just like, oh my God, you know about that? Like I had no idea. And it's just cool to find something in common with people that don't really have representation like that. So you made I don't want to say you made the mistake, but you knew what you were doing when you made me and Xavier Woods the gamer king and queen of not just WWE, but the world. So... yeah.
Smart move on their account.
I'm just saying, like, and we have just begun. We've just begun. I just can't wait until you see what else I have in store. It's just so absurd.
I'm very excited, but you keep mentioning you're a gamer girl. Yeah. So one final question for you. What's the new hot game that you've been into or obsessed with?
So right now, actually, I just picked up the new Pokemon Pearl. So I'm just getting into it. But I've always been obsessed with the Pokemon games. If I wasn't wearing this, I would show you. I have an Espeon tattoo here. And I actually just got, the reason I'm bringing it up, I know you asked about video games, but I love Naruto so much. I got my whole leg done. Yeah, my whole leg is, it's like Neji on the calf, and then Itachi, Naruto, Jiraiya, Kakashi, and Rock Lee. So, but yeah, as far as games, I've always loved the Pokemon games. I've always been obsessed with them. So just to have another one to play, you won't see me for a while. No, and same with like people are like, oh, you want to go out? Yeah, no. I'm going to be on my couch with my grandmother playing Pokemon while she watches Family Feud. So, yeah, that's what our life is going to be like for the next few days. So, yeah. Besides, obviously, Survivor Series and Raw. But, yeah, and it's, I guess also I should mention games that I like to go back to: Mortal Kombat, Tekken, and Street Fighter. Those are like my three that no matter what, if I get bored or whatever, I can always go back. I don't know if you've ever played Mortal Kombat 9 all the way through story mode or anything.
No, not yet.
Oh, yeah. It's so funny. You should. It's. I remember watching it. Oh my God. I remember like I played it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. But then I went back to it when I was still on Twitch. I was playing through and I was like, I don't think I can show this. This is an outfit that's not PG. So, I don't know. But it's hilarious, and you should definitely check it out. Like, it's so good. Yeah. You know? Fatalities are always great. So, I don't know how they keep upping it. No idea.
And I am sure you are going to pull a fatality on the entire Team SmackDown. Any final thoughts about Survivor Series this Sunday?
I promise to play nice if my team plays nice. Where's Rhea? She's here. She's right over there. Rhea, do you promise to play nice? Well, then I don't promise. So, I hate you. I hate you and everything you're standing for, you pixie. Anyway, we're going to be great. It's going to be great. We're going to be so good tomorrow. It's going to be so good. What? Yeah, well, it's my first, so they're lucky I wasn't on that time you were. So, okay. You're supposed to be nice. We're on the same team, okay? I'm the queen. Respect your queen. Yeah, do it. There was no other queens but me. You know that officially. There was no other queens but me. Don't play. Don't play. Official. We'll be good. It'll be so good. It's going to be great.
It's going to work out, ladies and gentlemen. Rooting on Team Raw. This is Queen Zelina Vega. It is me, SP3. This has been Sportskeeda Wrestling YouTube channel, and we're signing off until next time.